In the legacy of Mendel, a fifth-generation fur house, innovation is nothing new. Expanding their know-how in the fur business to include a ready-to-wear range, discover why Angelina Jolie and Jennifer Lopez have been seen wearing the label.
La maison Mendel est une longue histoire. Elle se déroule sur 5 générations.
The Mendel house is a long story that unfolds over 5 generations, and there have been a number of adventures that finally brought us here in the Rue de Saint-Honoré, near the Rue Carbon with Chanel and Galliano, who came here afterwards, and many couturiers who come here to make this neighborhood one of a fashion.
De couturiers qui viennent et qui font de ce quartier un quartier de mode. Les Mendel ont toujours été animés par un savoir-faire qu'ils ont transmis.
The Mendels have always been led by a know-how that they have transmitted through the generations. When Gilles, my son, arrived in his father's fur workshops, he changed everything. He had a vision that was no longer ours, that was no longer mine. All the generations have only kept the know-how, and he transformed it in an astonishing way. In other words, he lightened the leather, he abandoned the usual techniques. Sewing machines, over-sewing machines, all that. And he invented a style much closer to the actual dressmaking. That surprised everybody, and he assumed an important part in the fur business. It had become something else.
Prépondérante dans le métier de la fourrure. C'est devenu autre chose.
I present you the last J. Mendel Fur Workshop in Paris, a workshop that is able to change the shape or propose a different garment to a client. A coat that is 20 years old, lacking shape, with the help of skilled craftsmen, change the shape, forget the garment, and propose something completely different.
Oublier son vêtement et lui proposer quelque chose de tout à fait nouveau.
The client arrives in the boutique with something that is 15 or 20 years old, and they no longer wear it. Then they no longer dare wearing it, as it no longer corresponds to the current fashion. She doesn't know what options are available. She doesn't know what can be done with fur today. For all these kinds of situations, we have a collection. We can provide clients with actual models in all the forms of imagination. If the client wants a particular model in the collection, we will study her garment. We will study whether the leather can withstand an alteration. We will study if the surface of the garment will allow us to make the changes needed. And then we will propose various alternatives, suggestions that range from the most simple, minimal alterations, but very important, the size, the width across the shoulders, altering the sleeves, recentering the garment, maybe adjusting the length, so to find a harmony that approaches modern trends. In this particular case, the client had a specific request. She wanted a belt for this kind of garment. That is a real challenge today. I scented it, I made it longer, and this length I achieved by shearing. With that, I was able to make her a belt. This is a gift, a plus for the client today. No one has been able to make her a belt without having worked on the garment as much as we did. It's a kind of knowledge, a heritage from father to son. Generally, a furrer is not there by coincidence. There is a father who is a furrer, which explains how the knowledge is there. I've been involved in this profession for 25 years, and I'm still learning things every day.
tous les jours.
Il y a une chose qui est très importante.
There is one thing that is extremely important in fur, and that's the finish. This is how a Mendel lines a garment. It's a double lining. When the person takes off their coat, we can see if it's a coat of quality, whether it's superb or not. We can wear it inside out, the sign of a great brand. Everything, every detail has its importance.
On peut le porter à l'envers. La pose d'une griffe. Tout a son importance. Ce qui a été une modification.
A considerable change happened when Joel launched himself and created a Près de Couture range that is popular, known and sold in different places around the world, that is international.
Qui plaît, connu, qui se vend.
We have the honor of having dressed several actresses who were nominated for the Oscars.
Nous avons le bonheur d'avoir habillé plusieurs actrices
Hollywood is becoming familiar to us.
pour les Oscars. Hollywood commence à nous être familier. Moi, je ne peux que me féliciter.
I can only compliment myself for having a son who has completely changed the traditions that we were anchored in. He had launched a revolution, the positive side of this for us, and he has given women the desire to wear fur, and this has allowed them to be more elegant in their coats and not to be crushed.
Ils permettent à la femme d'être élégante dans son
She is elegant, quite simple, and it's a great joy to say that Mendel can propose all its collections and varieties to a clientele that is sure to find something that meets their choice and taste.
toutes ces collections, toutes ces variétés à une clientèle qui ne peut que trouver son choix et son goût.